In 1927, a group of Freemasons bought the abandoned telephone exchange, obtained a charter from Grand Lodge, and formed Queen Masonic Lodge at that location. When I joined in 2009, the building had already been through a half-dozen renovations, all done by volunteers. In 2012, we worked all year to convert the 1950s church cafeteria vibe into a more classic brick and mahogany interior to attract more renters. However, after a half-decade of attempting to raise enough revenue, the expenses for repairs to the roof, electrical, and mandatory upgrades for earthquake protection forced us to sell the building to a developer. While our lodge was formed and has nearly had 100 years of history in this building, a lodge isn't a building. It's a chapter in a larger fraternity of Freemasonry. Well, this is probably the second to last time I'll be walking this way to the lodge. Guys, we decided to do a casual dinner today because there's only one item on the agenda, and that's deciding where we're going to move next. We got the signatures of everybody who worked, not everybody, but some of the guys. Is this too bad for you? Not you?
No. See, that's Danny.
Yep, that's me right there. And Zane.
That's Mighty.
Yeah, we had captions on that.
Is the Twig actually worked on it?
Oh yeah.
I call bullshit.
2014. That's definitely his signature. 13, 12. Wow.
The Chambers too.
Well, of course you signed it right near the top. He's like a fucking John Hancock.
Yeah, sure.
So I didn't vote, and I voted Greenwood.
Greenwood.
Yeah. I mean, let's just go around the room and figure out what we're tallying. Twig, where was your vote? Greenwood?
I have to call him.
Okay. Aaron will call and follow up. Please send that email blast out. Danny, it sounds like we voted Greenwood. So do we have to make a move to amend bylaws now, or do we need to just post that?
Post it. You just got to post it.
We need to post it.
Post
Okay.
it and move on.
I'll be your vote anyway. When the junior deacon, see that the Tyler is at his post and close the door.
I've been YouTubing this whole thing.
He's actually live streaming it right now.
Right, yeah. Andy, stand up. Nobody can see you.
And I know Grand Lodge is unhappy about the fact that we have to sell these buildings. What is a lodge? Well, a lodge is a building. Yeah, we call that a lodge, but a lodge is really what's sitting in this room. And each one of you make up the lodge. And the fellowship that you have makes the lodge work. Keep up the work.
I'm going to suggest, as an idea, is that everybody who has memories here, write them down, tell a story, and we'll put them all together.
But I really, really hope that someday, fingers crossed, Queen Anne can have its own home again.
Grand Lodge is the umbrella over every lodge in its state. The annual meeting happened to be the next day and was out in Bremerton, which is just across the water from my place.
I'm looking through my bag right now.
I'm gonna type it up in Word, send it over to Andy. You'll add the stuff.
All right, so you guys got it from here. We're out.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, good job, guys. Close it. Get that email over. Get that docu. Dude, okay. So what time is it?
It is 9:45, 9:46.
9:46. So they have 14 minutes to get that typed up and sent over for escrow so that we can sell the lodge. That's how close we cut it. Fucking Queen Anne, man. We gotta get our shit together. Each lodge sends officers to represent at the annual meeting. Each of the 3 principal officers and all the past masters have a vote. In addition to debating and voting on various issues, the 3-day meeting covers annual reports from the Grand Lodge team, speeches, visiting dignitaries from other jurisdictions, and the election and installment of the next year's Grand Master.
Now call this session of the 162nd to order.
I've been very privileged, being one of the youngest masters of a lodge in state history. I've been to nearly every Grand Lodge meeting during my decade as a Mason, and become personal friends with nearly every Grand Master during that time. Several years back, I was recruited by Jim Mendoza to lead the Technology Committee, which has given me unique access to behind the scenes of how Freemasonry operates on a day-to-day basis. Honestly, I think the business part of the annual meeting could be reworked. But you know, the best part about Grand Lodge meetings happens after hours. Permission to come aboard? Yeah, check it out.
Eric's, but the friggin' dope one's down there at Dune Snake.
So is this like an Airbnb or what is it?
Yeah, it's a charter.
Okay. How much is it?
What was it, like $2,000 or something like that?
For how long?
72 hours.
Really? Okay. Yeah, why not? So the party's here tonight. We gotta get our money's worth.
Yeah.
You got upstairs.
Yeah, we got this. Most U.S. Grand Lodges held out in Wenatchee because it's the most central part of the state. So our brothers who sail don't normally get a chance to bring their boats.
It's almost a souvenir. How do y'all like having it here instead of Wenatchee or Yakima?
Oh, I like it here.
Which is
After hitting half the bars in Bremerton and a few private hospitality suites at the hotel, Ramirez and I needed to go get some fresh air and, I guess, dedicate the sunset.
you're...
I'm gonna look this boat up, the Afterglow.
I love this shit.
Catamaran in the middle, right there.
Yeah,
like Boss
that's
Harbor.
Grand Lodge.
It was like,
Really
yeah,
spot.
right next to the $2.9 million yacht.
Oh, we only have golden water from there until here. Dedicate this sunset, David Bowie.
I can dedicate this
Can
sunset.
you dedicate this sunset and the moon to David Bowie?
Together?
Together.
All right, together. This moon and this sunset, I hereby dedicate to Saint Sir David Bowie.
I got the privacy thing down, and this is my fucking bunk. And I got this down.
Shubba-dubba, shubba-dub, 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 do.
Sorry, that was on the inside. I was trying to.
Yeah, I got it though. When a lodge loses its building like we have, the most common thing to do is move in with another lodge and just have the official meeting on different days. In Seattle, there are still lodge buildings in Ballard, Fremont, Green Lake, U District, Greenwood, and Alki. But because of a few logistics with the other lodges, Greenwood Lodge ended up being the one that worked best for us. Earlier this week, I met with Tom, who manages the building, and now he's taking us on a tour of his boat.
So I was telling them they were chasing their drone around, and I said, yeah, last time I was diving, you know, where it's a visibility issue, Discovery Channel called me and said, we lost our drone.
Yeah.
And it's on the bottom of the lake, and it went in, and can you come out? Sure. So it was, I don't know, 8, 9 at night, something like that, pitch black, and I'm like, dove for a couple hours, you can't tell which way it skids when it hits. So
Yeah.
I dove for a few hours. They're like, we don't care about the drone, even though it's a couple
They care
$1,000.
about the footage.
We want the footage back.
Yeah, exactly. We left around 2 to enjoy the rest of the weekend with our families, while the only remaining lodge business for the week was to wait to hear that the paperwork went through and the sale became final.